Lesson 6. Verbs. Icebreaker. A verb denotes an action, a possession, or a state of being. It is the heart of a sentence. It may tell us what a person or a thing does, what is done to a person or a thing, the state in which a person or a thing is, what a person or a thing is, or what a person or a thing possesses. No sentence can be formed without a verb. Examples. Paras flies an aeroplane. Action. Sukanya is a pretty and hard-working girl. Being. Mayuri has a beautiful princess gown. Possession. Transitive and intransitive verbs. A verb that needs an object to complete its meaning is called a transitive verb. Examples. I gave a speech. I went out. A verb which does not need an object to complete its meaning but has complete meaning by itself is called an intransitive verb. Examples. He fainted. Shivani danced. Verbs of incomplete predication. Verbs that need other words to complete their meaning are called incomplete verbs. The verbs be, is, am, are, was, were, will be, shall be, become, appear, seem are incomplete verbs. The word or the group of words that is added is called the complement of the verb. Examples. We are going on a trip. It was dark already by 6 p.m. Direct and indirect objects. A transitive verb can take two types of objects, direct object and indirect object. A direct object is a noun or a pronoun that directly receives the action indicated by a verb. An indirect object is a noun or a pronoun that receives the direct object or is affected by it. The indirect object is usually placed before the direct object. Examples. Ria gifted me a pen. Direct object. A pen answers the question gifted what? Indirect object. Me answers the question gifted whom? Parents read us bedtime stories. Direct object. Bedtime stories answers the question read what? Indirect object. Us answers the question to whom? Ditransitive verbs. A transitive verb that needs two objects is known as a ditransitive verb. Examples. The bank lent him some money. In this sentence, the verb lent is a ditransitive verb. Some money is the direct object and him is the indirect object. Auxiliary and main verbs. There are two types of verbs, main verbs and auxiliary verbs. A main verb or principal verb is the base form of a verb which can be modified as per the requirements of a sentence. Sing, fly, grow, eat, drink, prepare, run, walk, sleep, go, give, take, teach are examples of a main verb. Examples. Radha was working on her project. The butterfly was hovering near a beautiful flower. The verb used with the main verb to form tenses is known as an auxiliary verb. These verbs include be, have, do, may, shall, might, should, will, would, can, could, must, ought to, use to. All other verbs fall in the category of main verbs. Be, do, and have are primary auxiliary verbs. They can be used as both an auxiliary verb and a main verb. Be can be used as is, am, are, was, were. Do can be used as do, does, did. Have can be used as have, had, has, have had, has had, had. Examples: You are kind. Are main verb. You are trying hard to achieve your goals. Are auxiliary verb.
Rishabh has a phone. Has main verb. Rishabh has bought a new phone. Has auxiliary verb. All other auxiliary verbs are called modal auxiliaries or modals. They are used with a main verb to express different moods like possibility, permission, prohibition, obligation, suggestion, ability.
Examples: Could you please pass the salt? Request. Everyone should save natural resources. Suggestion. Finite and non-finite verbs. A finite verb is a verb that takes different forms. It changes its form according to the following conditions. When the action in the sentence occurred, that is, the tense of the sentence. Whether the subject is singular or plural. Perspective of the sentence, that is, whether the subject is in the first person, the second person, or the third person. Examples: He likes salad. They like salad. A non-finite verb is a verb that doesn't change its form according to the subject. Examples: Shania likes to paint. Shania and her friends like to paint. Forms of verbs. Weak verbs are those which form their past tense by adding ed, d, t to their present forms. Examples: dance, danced. Learn, learned, learnt. Some weak verbs to remember have been listed. Present, past, past participle. Bend, bent, bent. Feel, felt, felt. Flee, fled, fled. Gain, gained, gained. Happen, happened, happened. Cancel, cancelled, cancelled. Knit, knitted, knitted. Manage, managed, managed. Deal, dealt, dealt. Build, built, built. Die, died, died. Keep, kept, kept. Lead, led, led. Leave, left, left. Lose, lost, lost. Land, landed, landed. Hear, heard, heard. Impress, impressed, impressed. Clean, cleaned, cleaned. Learn, learned or learned. Learned or learned. Strong verbs are those which form their past tense by changing the vowels of their present forms. Examples: understand, understood. Sing, sang. Some strong verbs to remember have been listed. Present, past, past participle. Hide, hid, hidden. Stand, stood, stood. Write, wrote, written. Shake, shook, shaken. Run, ran, run. Come, came, come. Meet, met, met. Go, went, gone. Sting, stung, stung. Shine, shone, shone. Eat, ate, eaten. Withdraw, withdrew, withdrawn. Ring, rung, rung. Freeze, froze, frozen. Fall, fell, fallen. Draw, drew, drawn. Drink, drank, drunk. Blow, blew, blown. Choose, chose, chosen. bear, bore, born, born, swim, swam, swum. In some verbs, the inside vowel is changed to form the past tense and a final D or T is also added. Such verbs are also categorized under weak forms. Examples: think, thought, bring, brought. Some verbs that do not change in any of the three forms have been listed: put, cut, bid, hit, read, set, cost, let, shed, sublet, cost, quit, slid, reset, cast, bet, hurt, split, spread, thrust, upset, shut, reset, burst, fit, wet, wed, offset. Some confusing verbs: born, born. The verb bear has the following forms: present, past, past participle. Bear, bore, born. Bear, bore, born. The first bear means to give birth and the second bear means to carry. Examples: my sister was born during the pandemic. He alone bore the burden of this project. Hang, hanged. The verb hang has the following forms: present, past, past participle. Hang, hung, hung. Hang, hanged, hanged. The first hang means to suspend and the second hang means to put to death by tying a rope around the neck. Examples: Madhur hung up the phone call. The criminal was sentenced to hang till death today. Fell. The verb fell has the following forms: present, past, past participle. Fall, fell, fallen. Fell, felled, felled.
The first fell is the past tense form of the verb fall. It means to lose one's balance. It also suggests a movement, often involuntary, from a higher to lower position.
When fell is used in the present tense form, it means to cut down. Example: a tree or knock down. Examples: the value of Indian rupees is falling. Sania felled her opponent with a blow. Lie. The verb lie has the following forms: present, past, past participle. Lie, lay, lain. Lie, lied, lied. The meaning of the first lie is to rest by assuming a horizontal position, and the second lie is to speak falsely. Examples: Sanskriti was tired, so she lay down for a little bit. The thief lied about not stealing.
Rise, raise.
Present, past, past participle. Rise, rose, risen. Raise, raised, raised. The meaning of rise is to come up or to get up, and the meaning of raise is to lift. Examples: the sun rises in the east. The principal raised the flag in the honor of the chief guest. Saw. The verb saw has the following forms: present, past, past participle. See, saw, seen. Saw, sawed, sawn.
The first saw is the past tense of the verb see. When it is used in the present form, it means to cut something. Example: wood.
Examples: I saw you playing in the park with my dog. The woodcutter was sawing the wood. Formation of verbs. We can form verbs from nouns and adjectives by adding some prefixes and suffixes to them.
From nouns:
Examples: courage, encourage. Fool, befool. From adjectives. Examples: fresh, refresh. Dark, darken. Some verbs that can be formed by adding prefixes have been listed: prefix, word, verb, word, verb. En, able, enable, rich, enrich, danger, endanger, joy, enjoy, force, enforce, be, friend, befriend, fool, befool, head, behead, little, belittle. Verbs can also be formed by adding suffixes. Sometimes we may have to change their spellings. En, bright, brighten, short, shorten, strength, strengthen, thick, thicken, wide, widen, fy, beauty, beautify, pure, purify, glory, glorify, simple, simplify, class, classify.
Some verbs can be formed differently.
Blood, bleed,
Vacancy,
vacate,
air,
inherit, tale, tell, food, feed, right, rectify, knowledge gained. A verb denotes an action, a possession, or a state of being. A verb that needs an object to complete its meaning is called a transitive verb. A verb which does not need an object to complete its meaning but has complete meaning by itself is called an intransitive verb. Verbs that need other words to complete their meaning are called incomplete verbs. A direct object is a noun or a pronoun that directly receives the action indicated by a verb. An indirect object is a noun or a pronoun that receives the direct object or is affected by it. A main verb or principal verb is the base form of a verb which can be modified as per the requirements of the sentence. The verb used with the main verb to form different tenses is known as an auxiliary verb. A finite verb is a verb that takes different forms. It changes its form according to the perspective of the subject, that is, the first person, the second person, or the third person. Time of the action, that is, tense, and whether the subject is singular or plural. A non-finite verb is a verb that doesn't change its form according to the subject.